Voices against corruption. Let the people speak.
Hello and welcome to Primark's public feedback series on corruption, called Voices Against Corruption. And we ask, do you think the media is doing enough in the fight against corruption in Nigeria?
I believe that government is using the media because you see every media organization in this country has one politician or the other they are subject to. If my person comes into government, then whatever he tells me to do, whatever he tells me to air, that's what I do. So I don't believe the media also is not helping matters.
If the media is saying there is corruption in a particular place, or they have gotten the looted funds, we don't even know the people that stole the funds. We don't even know where these assets are. You need to tell us that Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z stole so amount of money, and this person, we need to display his name on the newspaper so that everybody will know that the media is doing its best to see down to the roots of the matter, thereby scaring people or people deterrence in place, so that people will be scared of the corruption itself.
They're actually doing their best possible, but one thing about identifying a problem is creating the awareness and following it up. So even if you say this is what the problem, you actually know what the problem is, and there is no implementation or no reinforcement in a way to put an end to it, it will continue like that year in, year out.
Government has created a system that restricts even the media. And the reason is the government has succeeded in creating fear in the minds of the citizen. They come up with all kinds of law that will negate what they believe they are giving to the citizens.
The media is doing enough to say corruption here, corruption there. But always when the media said, what is the reaction of the government? What is the reaction of the security personnel? There is no reaction.
The press themselves seem to be afraid, of being attacked by the people involved. They're afraid of stepping on toes. So people seem to be afraid of talking because they don't want to be nailed.
Even if the media houses are doing their work, the government are not responding to them. The government are not listening. Even if they listen, our talking, action is not giving us anything. No matter what you people in the media said, it's not enticing the government to do anything.
If not the media, where are the chances of the masses? We know that through the media, we know what is going on in this country. The media expose corruption. You understand? And when something is exposed, then it has no power and it's no remedy. But through them, if we are in the village and everywhere, you will know what is going on. You understand? But both paper, both newspaper, it is media that is helping Nigerian.
How much of the village people hear of the media fights or the media reports? Does it drive down to the man in the grassroots? No. So they are really not doing enough.
The media and the judiciary are part of the problem. Give a hype to a story. Once it breaks, maximum 1-2 weeks is dead, and then you forget about it. You don't do a follow-up. Investigative journalists are very few. The media is part of the problem.
Without the media, ordinarily you wouldn't have heard what corruption is in the society. It would have been going under the bridge, under the waters, would be carrying them, but the media airs them, both print and electronic.
They do not report exactly what is really going on when it comes to corruption. It seems like they are being bought out. And secondly, even when they do, they don't follow up on the issues. They go with the buzz, and before you know it, they have left that story instead of following it up to the end.
The media of these days feed and work primarily on secondary data. What do I mean by secondary data? They rely basically on the internet and the reporting speech, reporting news, what has been reported maybe in one media outside the country or elsewhere. They base their report on that. The media houses are not doing much. They are trying. The advent of internet and other things have made them lazy.
The media is doing their bit, but I know they can do better. If they have people that have integrity working in the media house, people that will not politicize their information, people that will take out their duty without fear or favor, people that will not filter information that they get. And if there is a sincere follow-up on the information received by the media house, I'm sure they will do better.
It depends on how people look at it. But they are not doing enough. Because they are not talking the right thing they see. When they see black color, they will turn it to green color. You understand? Just to make sure that they favor the government.
Media house is even the corruption. They are part of the corruption we have in this nation. The press does not come out to tell us what is really happening. The press will always change the story. Okay, do you know if president is going out for any occasion, they have press that go with them. If the governors are going everywhere, there are press that go with them. But they cannot come and publish the real thing. They will cover the story, give you upside down of what happened. Because number one, they have collected money. Number two, they are afraid of what will happen to them if they expose the truth. So press has not been, they have not been good. They have not been straightforward in fighting against corruption.
Voices against corruption. Let the people speak.